We're unboxing Puck's gift. Look, Puck. It's a book. Do you care? Look. Look what it is. Look what it is, Puck. It's beautiful. That's our favorite color, is green. We're gonna read A Midsummer Night's Dream. Yeah? Will you listen to Mama read to you? Okay. We'll read for 15 minutes. This is our first, this is our first reading. We picked A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare. Just got it from Amazon. We're gonna skip over the entry and go right to the good stuff. Okay? Act 1, Scene 1. Athens, a room in the palace of Theseus. Enter Theseus, Hippolyta, Philostrate, and attendants. Theseus, now fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon. But oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires, like to a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue. Hippolyta, 4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time, and then the moon, like to a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our soul night. Tease? Theseus, go, Philostrate, stir up the Athenian youth to merriments, awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. Turn melancholy forth to funerals. The pale companion is not for our pomp. Exit, Philostrate. Hippolyta, I woo thee with my sword, and won thy love doing thee injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling. Oh, Puck, these names. Aegeus, happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke. Theseus, thanks, good Aegeus, what's the news with thee? Aegeus, full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius, my noble lord. This man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, and my gracious duke. This man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes, and interchanging love tokens with my child. Thou hast my moonlight at her window sung, with feigning voice, verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy with bracelets of thy hair, rings, gouts, conceits, knacks, trifles, nosegays, sweetmeats, messengers of strong prevailment, in unhardened youth. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's hearth, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness, and my gracious duke. Be it so she will not hear before your grace, consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, will shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law immediately provided in that case. Theseus, what say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid, to you your father should be as a god, one that composed your beauties, and one to whom you are but as a form in wax, by him imprinted, and within his power to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman. Hermia, so is Lysander. Theseus, in himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice. The other must be held the worthier. Hermia, I would my father looked but with my eyes. Theseus, rather your eyes must with his judgment look. Hermia, I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty, in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius. Theseus, either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. For to be in shady cloister mewed, to live in barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the old cold fruitless moon, thrice bless they that master so their blood to undergo such maiden pilgrimage. But earlier happy is the rose distilled than that which withering on the virgin thorn grows lives and dies in single blessedness. Hermia, so will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will yield my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty. Theseus, take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day, betwixt my love and me, for everlasting bond of fellowship. Upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for a austerity and single life. Demetrius, relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazy title to my certain right. Lysander, you have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him? Aegeus, scornful Lysander true, he hateth my love, and what is mine my love shall render him, and she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius. Lysander, I aim my lord as well derived as he, as well possessed my love is more than his, my fortunes every way is fairly ranked, if not with vantage as Demetrius, and, which is more than all those boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should I not? I then prosecute my right. Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nestor's daughter Helena, and won her soul, and she, sweet lady, devoutly dotes in idolatry, upon this spotted and inconstant man. Theseus, I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoken thereof, but being over full of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come, Eus, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look, you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate, to death or to a vow of single life. Come, my Hippolyta, what cheer, my love, Demetrius and Eus, go along, I must employ you in some business against our nuptial, and confer with you of something nearly that concerns yourselves. Eus, with duty and desire we follow you. What in the world? Hermia. Hermia? Puck, are you listening? Oh boy. That was Act 1, Scene 1 in Athens, a room in the Palace of Theseus. That was 10 minutes. Do you want me to keep going, sweet precious? Do you want me to go on? Or stop right there to Hermia? What do you think? Puck? Hey, Puck! Do you know why I got you A Midsummer Night's Dream? You're in here somewhere, and we really need to read something suitable to finish the year so you can be an educated dog. All right, I guess that's it. Puck. Hi, baby. Wrong book, huh?